Gintama is a manga written by Hideaki Sorachi which began its serialization on December 8, 2003. The series received anime adaptation as OVA by Sunrise and was featured at Jump Festa 2006. In the same year, they started off with full anime series which debuted on April 4, 2006 in TV Tokyo. It had a couple of sequels and 2 films up until now. The whole story is set in a fictional world called Edo. Edo was conquered by the Amanto race. One of the main protagonists of the Gintama series is Sakata Gintoki, samurai, who works as a freelancer in Yorazuya Ginchan to have enough to pay the rent. At the start of the story, 2 more characters join him and later become his friends, and you know them as Shinpachi Shimura and Kagura. Now in this video, I will give you 10 facts about Gintama anime that you probably didn't know. Number 10. The original title of the series was Yorazuya Ginchan. At first, the original title was supposed to reflect what was Sakata Gintoki doing in his life, which meant taking up some odd jobs enough to pay the rent. However, editors didn't like the title and so it was changed. Eventually, Hideaki Sorachi decided to go with Gintama as a title. Number 9. Sakata Gintoki had a completely different last name and character design in original drafts. Before Gintama, Hideaki Sorachi worked on a different one-shot story which was not accepted. The one-shot story was called Sakata Tomiko and Garoziman. After that, Hideaki Sorachi decided to use the last name and character design from the rejected one-shot story for Gintoki. Interestingly, Gintoki's design who we know today actually is the design for Hijikata. Because of Sorachi lose Gintoki's original character design, so he used Hijikata's character design as Gintoki. Number 8. Gintoki was supposed to wear scooter goggles all the time. Sakata Gintoki used to have scooter goggles fastened around his neck during the early stages of the Gintama manga. However, it quickly became obvious to Sorachi Hideaki that drawing them all the time was a pain to draw, according to him, which ultimately led to drawing Gintoki without the goggles. Number 7. Shimura Shinpachi was planned to be part of the Shinsengumi. Shimura Shinpachi was supposed to be a captain of the 2nd unit of the Shingengumi. Also, he had a different name and it was Nagakura Shinpachi. Luckily or not, this idea was changed by giving Shinpachi his glasses and taking up the role of the one who throws the punchlines. Why Shimura then and not Nagakura? Because Shinpachi received his last name from Shimura Ken, a well-known Japanese comedian. Number 6. Sadaharu's voice actor also voices another Gintama character. Takashi Mikako not only does a great job voicing Sadaharu in Gintama anime, but she also gives her voice to Terakato Su. Terakato Su is a pop idol singer in Gintama anime. She is known affectionately by fans as Atsu or Atsu-chan. Shinpachi, one of the main cast in his anime, has a crush on her which causes him to be labeled as an idol otaku and has formed a fan club. It's something that Atsu is unaware of and she thinks he's just a regular fan. Number 5. Hideaki Sorachi wanted to do the series based on the Shinsengumi. Hideaki Sorachi declared that he is a big fan of them. Shimura Shinpachi and Sakata Gintoki were once conceived as part of the group. This Shinsengumi squad were originally to be led by Hasegawa Teizu and a girl who was later split into Okita Sogo and Kagura. However, Hasegawa Teizu was replaced by Kondo while the girl's original design was reused for Okita Sugo's gender-bent identity in the Dekoboko arc 9 years after the serialization started. The girl also had an umbrella which she used as a weapon, but you already know that this was given to Kagura. Actually, the umbrella itself represents the Edo clan from which Kagura comes from. Number 4. Okita Sogo is based on a captain of the 1st unit of the Shinsengumi. The name of that captain was Okita Soji, who was a prodigy and was seen as one of the best swordsmen of the Shinsengumi. According to Ryotaro Shiba's novels, Okita Soji may have owned a katana called Kiku Ikamanji. In the one episode of Gintama, Okita Sogo bought the Kiki Ikamanji RX-78. This sword had a built-in MP3 player and made a much deeper bass note when swung than other swords. Number 3. Yamazaki Sagaru is very popular. One of the members of the Shinsengumi is Yamazaki Sagaru, the most plain characters in the series. His role in Gintama is not so important yet despite that, or maybe literally because that. Yamazaki Suguru still remains to be popular in fandom, having managed to consistently rank in top 10 in the popularity polls. Number 2. Okita Sogo had to be a male. We already talked about how in the original version there was a girl who was a combination of Okita Sogo and Kagura. By the rules of the Shinsengumi, you have to be a male, and that is why Okita Sogo had his character design changed. Parts of his design were given to Amai Nobumi of Mimawaragumi. Number 1. Kondo Isao has a weak anal sphincter. According to Okita Sogo, Kondo Isao has a weak anal sphincter. Because of this, he often has to take dumps in uncomfortable situations even at his age.